Alright, hello. Welcome to the fucking recap of Derrick Lewis versus Teixeira. And a lot happened. I was right for the most part about this card. The only ones that really let me down was one fight in the prelims and the three main fights. But one of those fights, and even particularly two of those fights, there's something I disagree with. So I'm just going to get straight into it. It was a great card, very entertaining, quintessential UFC card. This is what we need as UFC fans. This fight was controversial. And at first, I was angry. I saw the stoppage, and at first I was like, he got up, he looked okay. I watched the fight back, I watched the highlights. I agree with the stoppage. It was a tad early, but if a clean, unrocked Teixeira is going to get caught by Derrick Lewis, what happens to a rocked Teixeira? You know what I mean? That was not a bad stoppage. It was alright. Not ideal, but it was alright. At first I thought it was an early stoppage. It's in between. It's not a right stoppage, it's not an early stoppage, it's just a stoppage. It's not a great one. But do I think he could have came back? Maybe. I don't know. We've never seen Tellison rocked like that before, so I don't know. But he looked okay when he got up, but he was grabbing the fence for dear life. So I think that was a rightful stoppage from the referee. So, moving on. Good job from Derrick Lewis. Who do I want to see him fight next? He said Waldo Cortez Acosta, so you know I think that's a good fight. I don't know if Waldo would take that though. Moving on. Now this fight, I predicted Gabriel Bonfim to win, and I'm happy I was right. But I'm not happy at all. That was a robbery. Plain and simple, that was a robbery. That was definition of a robbery. Stephen Thompson rocked him in the third round twice. Almost dropped him. And because Gabriel Bonfim didn't even get a takedown, just held him against the fence. I don't know. Now, I know I might sound hypocritical because I support Moura or something, but with Moura, he doesn't give his opponents chances to fight back. That's all the round is. There's no argument, oh, he'd lost that round. Gabriel Bonfim got rocked multiple times and got outstruck the entire round. At what point does control time mean nothing in comparison to what the other guy is doing on the feet? It's mixed martial arts, not wrestling. You know? This is damage-based scoring, and I don't know if you're going to score damage on that one check that cut open Stephen Thompson's leg. I don't know if that could be counted as a lot of damage. I think getting rocked multiple times counts more than that. I don't know. I had a clear round one Gabriel Bonfim though, but 2 and 3 was 100% Stephen Thompson. It's so sad, man, because Gabriel Bonfim is going to go on to do absolutely nothing in the welterweight division. They only gave him this win because he's young. That's it. They only gave him the win because he was the younger man. That is simple as is. They didn't want to give a 42-year-old a win because they want title contenders and whatnot, and just they're a big fan of undefeated streaks or good records. It's a stupid sport, you know what I mean? Look at the stats though. Like, those reversals mean nothing to the judges. Like, what was that? 9 defended takedowns? Does that mean nothing? I don't know anymore, man. Moving on. This one I got deadly wrong. I went for Calvin Kattar KO early. Boy, was that wrong. Stephen Garcia just John Jones maxed the entire fight. The oblique kicks, keeping him at range, pushing him back, never letting Calvin get into a comfortable pace. Just a masterclass from Steve Garcia. I didn't see it coming, you know. I thought Calvin would actually lock in for once, but it was a good fight. It was alright. Steve dropped him late. That it didn't even give him the fight. It was a domination throughout The knockdown was just the cherry on top. It could have been a 30-26, to be honest. Moving on. This one I also got wrong. I went for Nate Landwehr, fluky KO. Kind of the opposite happened. I said Morgan would be dominating points, and then Nate would get a fluky knockout. It was the other way around. It was Nate dominating points, and then Morgan got a fluky knockout. Like, if that went to like the distance, they would have gave it to Nate, in my opinion. But great job, Morgan. You know, he might actually bounce back from that Nathaniel Wood loss. Do I think he goes far? Depends on who they give him next. If they give him like a... who could they give him next? Someone barely out of the top 15, I think he loses. But if they give him a can, I can see him winning that. But good job, Morgan. Nate Landwehr, just give him another can, get him out, get his height back. I don't really know who to say, but... you know. Vitor Petrino stunned everyone. It's my fucking... why is my alarm going off? Alright, ignore that. Vitor Petrino dominated this fight. Shock. I was shocked that he's 6'2" and he was like 250 for heavyweight. I was 100% expecting him to come in like fat. Like a Thomas Peterson type build. No, he's fucking built. Like, he just Brock Lesnar maxed. Like, look at him. Like, that's a problem for the heavyweight division. I'm not saying he might be on the sauce, but that's a lot. I don't know. But that's a lot of muscle, man. But good job, Vitor Petrino. I could see him and Walter Walker having a classic one day. And we're going to move down the cards. We'll be speaking of Walter Walker soon. I have opinions on that fight. Junior Tafa versus Taco Tacos. I mean, let's just talk about logic, this fight, you know? Let's just talk about logic. People think when light heavyweights go up to heavyweight, doesn't matter if they're fat, the skill will give them a good base for heavyweight and give them an easier time, because light heavyweights have more skill than heavyweights. But when a heavyweight moves down, oh dude, you don't know the Tafa brothers. Oh, they're fucking, he's actually fit for this fight. I'm picking Tafa. He has a six-pack this fight. I'm going to pick Tafa. He still has the heavyweight skill set. He's just fit now. He still has the skills of the heavyweight division. He's just fit. It means nothing. I think he rocked Tuco Tacos earlier, but again, Taco Tacos, like a mid-fighter in light heavyweight, just outworked him and outclassed him. Shock. But do I think the Tafa brothers have any claim to fame in UFC? No. I just think they're kept around just because they don't have that many Australian heavyweights. Like, they're trying so desperately to get like another Mark Hunt. It's not going to work. These guys are not built for just UFC. I see the PFL signing them within a year. That's just me. I think Tafa should be cut after this fight. He brings nothing. He cried like he was a crybaby when he lost to Walter Walker. You know. Moving on. Max Griffin versus Chris Curtis. This was an okay fight. Probably the worst fight of the night. But it was a good fight because, like, this card was actually kind of, like, really fucking good. If this was the worst fight of the card, I'm delighted. Chris Curtis, this was, like, I think someone said this was, like, the Unk Mania. This was 100% that. Neither of these guys have any future at welterweight. I thought Chris Curtis would dominate in this fight, but he looked terrible. He looked actually like, I don't know what was going on. Max Griffin is 40 years old and Chris Curtis barely could rock him. He lost all power. Maybe Max Griffin has a chin, you know, maybe he has a good chin. I don't know. But some of those right hands from Curtis just looked kind of like, you know, I'm not too impressed by your performance. You know what I mean? It looked sloppy, you know. And also Sean Strickland just avoiding Eric Nixick. That was a cinema to watch. Just, I don't know if anyone else saw backstage, but Sean Strickland was just avoiding Eric at all cost. There must be like a fucking bad blood between them two now. But moving on. Good job, Chris Curtis. Underdog pick of the night. I think I got another underdog pick of the night, but, you know, This was the one that I recollect the most. As I predicted, Jake Matthews just outclassing Chitty. I don't think I saw a submission coming, but I said any form of stoppage because I don't really rate Chitty's defense all that much. Did I expect it to be that quick? No. I just thought Jake Matthews was more well-rounded. I'm fucking tossing and turning my words here. I don't really think this is the end for Chitty. I think he should move to middleweight because he's literally killing himself to make, welterweight. He should move to middleweight because it's going to get to the point where it's like, it's going to be a Macy Barber situation with Chitty, you know what I mean? Something bad's going to happen because he barely misses weight and he looks so drained. Just move to middleweight, man, please. Moving on. Eduardo Moura versus Lauren Murphy. I mean, no one really thought Lauren Murphy was going to win this fight. But it was like a Rocky movie at the end, you know what I mean? When she rocked Eduardo. I mean, I was sweating because it was my pick. But at the same time, I was like, I'll allow it, for this inspirational comeback of the century. But no, time ran out. But she did rock her when the bell rung, so that was good. She had a weird post-fight speech where it's like, I'd like to thank myself. Okay. Moving on. Great fight. This fight, I think this was my biggest underdog pick of the night, which is kind of sad. Walter Walker, dear God. Everyone's talking about when he jumped down for that heel hook, but no one's talking about that fucking him darting towards Kennedy when he rocked him. He had the arms out and all. He looked like a horror movie character just running at someone. It was terrible. Imagine being like in Kennedy's perspective and you see fucking Walter Walker full force sprinting at you with his arms out, just going for your leg. That must have been terrifying for Kennedy. Sorry, Kenny Okoye, you lost tonight. Walter Walker, just people forget, man. He can heel hook Aspinall. Who do I think Walter should fight next? Probably like a Sergey Spivak or something. I think that'd be a good fight for him. Moving on. Sorry if you hear dogs barking. Mike Davis versus Mitch Ramirez. This one I also got wrong, but I dare to be grey. Mitch actually looked like he was winning the fight before like the second half of round 2 happened and Mike Davis came back. But round 1, Mike Davis was trying desperately for a rear naked choke, didn't get it, and I was convinced, he's gassed now, Mitch is going to come back. And the first 2 minutes of round 2, I was almost just celebrating because I was thinking Mitch is going to drop him any time now because Mike is like, he has nothing left. And Mike Davis came up with a jump knee and kind of spoiled my night. But great job, Mitch just kind of got too confident and just kept his hands down the entire time and then got caught. Unfortunate. I almost got that right, but Mitch sold, so unfortunate. He can come back though. Do I see Mike Davis going far in the lightweight division? With guys in the top 15 like Rafael Fiziev and all, I don't really see him making it to the top 15, but I see him being like a gatekeeper, you know what I mean? Like that one gatekeeper is like, okay, do you want to be ranked? Fight Mike Davis. That sort of guy. I can see him getting number 15 or number 14 one day. But do I see it right now? No. Moving on. Final fight of the night. I feel kind of ashamed for picking these huge favourites because it's kind of guaranteed. But I said late TKO for T. McClellan. I didn't expect fucking Leon Edwards like head to dead. You know what I mean? Look at me now. It was a great fight. It was a fucking awesome fight. I definitely see Fatima Klein fighting for a title one day. She definitely has that aura about her, you know what I mean? And I was not expecting that accent to come out of her after the fight. That was unexpected. And also, I just want to say, they were like pointing out that our nephew's being brought to the show. Am I the only one that thinks it's kind of weird to bring a newborn child to like a big event like a UFC event or a concert. Am I the only one that finds that really fucking strange? Like, that, like, get a babysitter or something. Why are you bringing this child to, like, a UFC event where people are going to be shouting, screaming, and borderline fighting with each other? It's just a bit weird to me. I don't know if that's an American thing or not. It's just strange. But, moving on. How would I rate this card in total? I give it, like, an A+. Maybe an S, actually, but not enough big names on it, I think. If it was, like, big names, like every single fight was, like, the level of, like, a Stephen Thompson or something, it would be an S, maybe S+. But just on its own, with the name value and also the performances we got, I give it A+. Now, if there was, like, another, like, fight, like, Tom Aspinall on this card, it would be an S tier fight, like, card. Or, like, Merab Dvalishvili, you know. It'd be an S+ card. But I'd give it A+, borderline S. That's been me. Let me know what you thought of this card below. I'm probably going to upload another video in like a couple of days about either prospects or people or fighters that I think deliver good fights. Yeah, that's been about it. So yeah, you can find me on this channel or Bedtime MMA's comment section. Do whatever you want. See you.